like to see a different ground. Don't mind coming back here, so it's a good ground, but I'd like to see a different ground. But well done Hayes Yeading.
Back here again. Yes, we're back at Hayes and Yeading United for more FA Trophy action, and today's a big one. It is the last qualifying round because after today we go into the first round proper. They're going to be facing off against Walton and Hersham, which, to be quite frank with you, is a team that I've not heard of before, which is, to be honest, what you're going to expect a lot in this series. Loads of random non-league teams, but there's one man that knows a lot about them, and that's my dad with his interesting fact.
The fact for this round is about Walton and Hersham, and guess what? It's about an ex-player. I hear you say. However, I think this is quite an interesting one. So it's about an ex-player. So it's about an ex-player, and it's actually about an ex-player that, one, connects the two teams, and two, actually went on to have a very interesting and successful career. So the ex-player's name is Dave Bassett. Yeah, I thought you might have heard of him. Interestingly, the first part of the connection is he started his career as a football player way back in the 60s, and he played for a team called Hayes. 3 times he played for Hayes in the 60s, I think for a total of about 5 or 6 years, and then sort of built up through the ranks. And then much later in his career in the 70s, ended up playing for Walton and Hersham. What was interesting about that was with Walton and Hersham, he was the captain. And he went on to win the Amateur Cup with them.
Good play by Reardon. Chance here. He's hit it. It's there. It's there. Roger Connell has done it.
They were one of the last teams to win the Amateur Cup. Now, the Amateur Cup had been going since the 1800s, and 1 year later, the Amateur Cup was disbanded and then became the FA Vase, which, of course, we went on to follow last year. From there, he went on to Wimbledon and played with them for the last 3 or 4 years of his career. He then retired from football, and then actually 3 years later, he went on to manage Wimbledon. Not only did he manage Wimbledon, but he managed them from the old 4th division to the old 1st division. I think he was the first manager to ever complete that feat, and in the quickest time, at least at the time it was. So that's my fact for this week.
So we have been to this ground 3 times now, and there is one thing in particular that I want you guys to see. You guys don't get to see what actually happens on match day, so I'm going to take you for a quick tour around the stadium and show you the coolest things I think that are here. So, as you may know, that I do love taste testing food at different football games. Can I just say, look at that queue for the burger van. I've had some chips from there. Absolutely beautiful. My most interesting thing, or favourite thing, firstly, not the toilets. Let me take you through to the lounge. This is where you get your beers, you get your cokes, you get your snacks. You can even play pool. So one of the other things I noticed as well, considering it's a non-league team, look at that stand over there. So many seats. I didn't expect to see it like that. Sam has also mentioned the AFC Richmond stuff in the top right corner over there, if you can see, and they've also got a beautiful covered stand to protect you from the rain. Generally, I think that for a non-league team, I think this is a very cool stadium, and you've got a lot to offer here at Hayes and Yeading.
So we've got a team that are flying high in their division, the division above actually, in Hayes and Yeading's opposition for today. It's very windy, as you can see. Storm Amy is really quite relentless, and you like to talk about the wind whenever there's a bit of rain, but there's it's going to be a bit of a leveller. I feel like I've nicked what you're going to say, but what are your thoughts for today?
I think the wind's going to be a bit of a leveller, really, if you're honest. Yeah, I mean, the last 2 times we've been here, the wind has played a part anyway. So on paper, I think Walton are probably the favourites here, but the wind is definitely going to be a leveller, I think. So 1-0 I'm going for to Hayes and Reading. Hayes and Yeading.
You were doing so well. Yeah, I think Walton and Hersham are going to be the team who are the favourites. But as we saw in the Vase last year, the underdogs really stole the show all the way through. But I'm interested to see what happens. I mean, it's becoming my catchphrase in these series now. It's cup football, so anything can happen. We've had a chat with a few Hayes and Yeading fans and a couple of Walton and Hersham fans as well. And Hayes seemed less confident fan-wise, which is understandable. But if they can be compact at the back, we know what they're capable of going forward, and they were relentless in that last round against Southall. So let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the game. You might notice something a little bit strange as well about the dugouts, and one of which being that the dugout behind, I don't know if you can quite see, is actually fallen over and had to be taken off the pitch and over. We were talking to one of the volunteers who work here earlier, who was telling us that the wind had blown it over and they've just had to get rid of it basically. So it looks like the home side are the ones that are braving the cold alongside us today. Oh dear. Furthermore, our
Maybe not.
drinks safety is another cause for concern that's been brought up by people today, saying make sure you don't spill your drinks, but with the wind today I think we're going to struggle. You're doing a good job so far though. So the strategy that we're going to go with, if you excuse the dirty shoes here, it's a bit like a penguin looking after their egg. So hopefully that's enough. Hopefully I don't kick it over. I wouldn't put it past me. Ooh. 15 minutes in and not a great deal of chances. Any crosses that are coming in from the right are getting swept off the pitch, quite frankly. It's a weird one. We said at the beginning about the wind playing its part, and so far it has been. Walton and Hersham have had the possession furthest up the pitch so far. Neither side have done enough with it really to say that in the first 15 or 20 minutes or so that they've been the better side. So we'll play it out, we'll see what happens, hope some more chances, but as you can see from my hair going all over the place, wind is very much playing its part. Oh, there wasn't really a lot of contact, I'll be honest. I think the keeper went down quite easily there. 50-50. There's a 50-50 of itself going on over there at the moment. But yeah, I think the goalkeeper, as I say, went down pretty easily there. That has genuinely been the highlight of the half. There's not really been much else that's happened. Fans over there aren't very happy. What we've seen as well is the lino is actually backing up the Hayes Yeading players there, saying he hardly touched him. Ref isn't interested in hearing any of it, but hey ho, is what it is. What we found as well since that challenge, by the way, which I've watched back, and it doesn't look like a foul really. I think the goalkeeper's made a bit of a meal out of it, but it's woken the Hayes and Yeading fans, and every time they've got the ball, every time the keeper's got the ball, there's that noise now which could act as a beneficiary to them as this game goes on, because now we've got that noise, now we've got that backing for Hayes and Yeading. This could be the start of something very promising for them. This half has probably been quite me heavy, which is great for me and my ego, but in terms of the game itself, it's just been really dull, really very dull. I don't actually think we've seen a shot on target at all. All of the highlights obviously you would have seen too. It's been really, really dull, hoping that the second half picks up, or maybe we see a goal before the end of this half, but it's been very bleak. That is half time, ladies and gentlemen. Scores are 0-0 in what is probably one of the worst halves of football I've ever watched.
Dull, dull, dull.
Where's the mic?
Half-time thoughts? Dull, dull, dull. In fact, the most exciting thing about that first half was our burger and chips, which I much enjoyed, very, very much enjoyed. The wind is playing a big part. It goes right across the ground, and every time they try and play a ball down the wing here, it just gets blown out. It's obviously very difficult for both sides. I think I will say is Walton and Hersham, their strike force. I think I might have said this on the last time actually about the different team. They're not as tall as Hayes are, but I think that might actually play into their advantage because they're trying to keep the ball lower and on the ground, so maybe that'll be a factor in the second half, maybe better for them. But yeah, we need a better second half, otherwise could be penalties and even they could get blown out of the ground, so let's see what happens.
So it is half time, and probably, as I say, one of the worst halves of football I've ever watched. The players were trying, it's no sort of knock against them necessarily, but as we keep on banging on about the wind and the weather, it's not helped the situation. But that being said, both teams I think cancelled each other out really well. My dad obviously mentioned about the different styles of play. They've kind of cancelled each other out to some extent, but been quite tentative so far. We want to see a stronger second half, I think, but we'll just have to see what happens. Jade, you said at the beginning of the game off camera that you thought it was going to be 3-2. How's that first half impacted your score prediction?
Massively. It's been a really poor first half. Despite there being no goals, I will go to the positive. I feel like Walton and Hersham, when they're in trouble and when there's a lot of players around them, they get themselves out of that situation very, very quickly, and they know how to clear the ball. Other than that, it's just been a really boring game. Even when the goalkeeper got kicked in the face, at first I thought he did get kicked, but then I don't think he did. Sam has said like the ref didn't want to hear any of it, so yeah, hopefully the second half can bring 5 goals to get my prediction. If not, sucks. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't give my prediction either, to be honest, but I would have probably gone 2-1 or 3-1 to Walton and Hersham. But even that feels like a stretch at the moment. I think my dad's prediction of 1-0 is actually not that bad, but we just need a shot on goal. That is all that we're asking for. I don't think we're asking for a lot. But second half awaits, ladies and gents. Let's see what happens. Got the hiccups. And we're back underway for the second half, ladies and gentlemen, and let's just hope, for all of our sake, that it's a more entertaining one. Brilliant. There you go. There's the first one gone, thanks to the wind. That one I can't be blamed for. I had nothing to do with that one, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. But we live. There's still one left, so we live to see another day. Here we go. Here we go. This is a real chance now for Hayes Yeading. It's going to be a corner. It's probably going to curl all the way in. Oh, it's the wind taking that one. Oh, just hit it. Oh, and there it is. Lino's got his flag up. It's going to be offside. The one chance that we thought we had a goal, and it's off. Oh, nice. Oh, he's just dragged it wide. We're getting some half-decent chances now. I don't want to tempt fate here, but from what was a very dull first half, we've had a little bit more life injected into this second half, particularly as the game's gone on. So that disallowed goal, obviously, not standing for offside reasons, but going forward, now, they're both with a bit more intent going forward. Oh. Oh, what a save! Chance of the game, and it's Hayes and Yeading United on the counter-attack. They've been really good on the break this game, and that is the chance of the match. Brilliant save from the goalkeeper, absolutely unreal. But on the downside, we still haven't seen a goal, so we are edging ever closer to full-time. Going to be hard to get a chance that's better than that. Oh, just pull the trigger. Oh, brilliant from the keeper. Ooh, credit for taking a chance. And it's going to take somebody to take a chance in the last 5 minutes now of added time. We're going to need someone to step up and be the hero if we're going to see anybody do that. But penalties, as I have said plenty of times this vlog, very, very close now. Can almost taste it. And that is full time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to penalties. The inevitable has happened. We'll have to wait and see what happens or what end they're going to be taken down. Bit more life, bit more action in that second half, but ultimately the same result. 0-0, half time, 0-0, full time. It's gone to penalties. I mean, the first game that we had here, 0-0 Southall and Whiteleaf, wasn't ideal. We then made up for that in the previous round with a hell load of goals. And now we've gone back to square one again with 0-0. So it's penalties again. What's going to happen? Who knows? I mean, it's been a frustrating game to watch, and by the looks of the attitudes of the players on the pitch, a frustrating game to play as well. Both sets of players arguing with each other, arguing with the ref, and arguing with their own players on their own teams as well. So it's been frustrating. I think you can't even say that any team particularly deserves it more than the other. It's just one of those games. At least now we're going to hopefully see the ball go to the back of the net at least once. Weird game. Very weird game. It's going to be taken down the other end of the pitch, ladies and gentlemen, so we're heading down there now. And penalties is all that separates these two sides between a place in the first round proper of the FA Trophy. First penalty is in. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Nicely done. Hayes and Yeading's first. Sends the keeper the wrong way as well. 1-1 after the first two. Got a long run up for this one. Walton and Hersham, second penalty. This could go over the bar or top corner. Oh, it's a nice penalty. Nice. Good penalties so far. Oh, nice. I will just say at this point, you really get a good view of the subs, and I feel so sorry for them because they are stuck in that wind, stuck in that cold, and they have been all game, and they look absolutely shivering. But the penalty shootout continues, and it's Hayes and Yeading to draw level. Oh, we love a bit of that. Lovely little Panenka. Look at his face. He's buzzing with that. That's quality. It's a short run up. I'm feeling over the bar. Oh, do you know what? He's proved me wrong. He's proved the keeper wrong. Great pen. Oh, it's off the bar. You don't like a stutter, do you? And he's done you there.
I don't like a stutter. It was bad enough in the Premiership, but to do it at this level, don't stutter.
And that is a stutter in Hayes and Yeading's penalty shootout record at the moment now, and it goes to Walton and Hersham to take the lead now. To take the game into their hands. Oh, it's a brilliant save. He almost caught it. Brilliant. Hayes and Yeading now have the chance to draw level. Let's get back on level terms now. Oh, it's not a great penalty. Good height for the keeper, and the keeper obviously guessed correctly. It was an easy save from in the end. And that is the end of the game. I must have miscounted because I thought that there was one more, but Hayes and Yeading are out of the FA Trophy. And it is Walton and Hersham, the team that we're going to be following in the next round. It means that we get a new stadium, but it does also mean the end of the road for Hayes and Yeading United. And this ground that we've been visiting now for 3 rounds, it's the end of a journey, but a new one begins.
Second half was a lot better. That's a good thing. So both teams actually had opportunities, but overall went to penalties, which we sort of thought was going to happen. Certainly after the first half, thought it looked definitely like it was going to go to penalties. And overall, Walton and Hersham. He's been struggling with Walton and Hersham all match. They probably deserved it overall, to be fair. I think they're the better team. We'll get to go into a new ground. Woohoo! Yes. So look forward to that, whether it be Walton's ground or a new team, who knows? We'll find out in a couple of days' time. But onwards and upwards.
So to end our final day at Hayes and Yeading, I would say the second half, they definitely woke up a little bit more, but I think the overall game is just poor quality until the end, where they started waking up and it was a bit like, oh, they've got something to go for, and then they just didn't take their chance when they did. I definitely think that Walton and Hersham deserved it because they played the game and they played it right until the end of penalties. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one. If not, good luck Walton and good luck to Walton and Hersham if I don't see you at the next round.
The end of a round and the end of a journey following Hayes and Yeading, obviously Southall beforehand, but at this ground regardless, we're going to see a new stadium instead of this one now. Obviously the opposition today, Walton and Hersham. Do you know what? It's the double barrel ones. Hayes and Yeading I struggled with for a bit as well, so don't take it personally. But I'll be learning your name. I'll be learning a lot more about you guys when we have a look around town as well. Wherever we end up next, we've got a new ground, so we're happy. And the last thing I'm going to say is we're having a chat with somebody, and this is one of the nice things about non-league, is you're full of so many different characters. And we were chatting to the kit man for Southall, who came over and he watched the videos and stuff. And just a quick one, sorted us out with a Southall shirt, which I'm struggling to show you because of the wind. How nice is that from what you can see? But also, hang on, number 20 on the back, and the reason why he's got number 20 on the back is because that's what Owen Fraser wears. So I think he said it was an old kit.
Another mention.
He does get another mention. Owen Fraser, he's doing all right for himself. But thank you so much, and to all the characters that we met today and in our time coming to this ground, thank you so much. We really enjoyed it. But as I say, our journey here has come to an end, but the journey continues. So we'll see you guys for the first round proper of the FA Trophy. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next one. Take care, peace and love.